aloha everyone. Welcome to our live stream. Super excited. I'm Jake Shimabukuro, and we are actually here talking about my new record. It's called Jake and Friends, which really should have been called Jake and Dreams Come True because I can't believe the lineup of artists that agreed to do this project with me. It's such an honor, and we have some of them waiting backstage right now to come on to just kind of talk story for a little bit about the new album. So we're gonna open the show with a longtime friend, and he was actually the co-producer on this record. He's an incredible musician. We actually met a few years ago when he invited me to his birthday bash to perform over in Austin, and he's the leader of a band called Asleep at the Wheel. They are legendary, so iconic. Please welcome Mr. Ray Benson.
Jake, how you
What?
doing, bud? And so good to be virtually with you.
Oh man, it's so great to see you. I can't thank you enough for for this project, man. I can't believe it's done.
Yeah, it only took 4 years in a pandemic to get it done, but you did, and it's amazing. Jake and I are old pals, and he's an amazing instrumentalist, but he's not the greatest singer. We wish he. We went, gosh, Jake, why don't you sing when you play that ukulele? We said, well, let's get some singers to play with you then, and that's how this incredible record got started.
Well, I in every interview I tell the story of how we talked like 4 years ago, and you agreed to co-produce this with me, and then and the first phone call you made was to Willie Nelson, and a couple months later there we were in the studio recording with Willie Nelson, Stardust.
Yeah, Jake came over to Willie's poker room over there. Willie and Don Nelson and all those poker buddies of his are playing poker, and we rehearsed there for about all he needed was 3 minutes, and then we went over to Dave's house up in Paia and cut this track and another one too. There's one still in the can, which the world will get to hear someday, I hope.
That's right. Yeah. Well, Ray, I just wanted to thank you, man, because our track that we got to do together, Wrapping Paper, man, I mean, I was talking with my manager Van about it, and the way you interpret that song is incredible.
It certainly doesn't sound like the original, the Cream version does it.
Yeah. The way, oh my gosh, your voice and your interpretation, the feeling that you bring to that track is just, it's unreal. And
your suggestion to do it was so off the wall, because I thought I knew every Cream song there was, but evidently it was only on the English version of the Cream album.
Yeah, that's right.
And so I went back. I asked a bunch of friends of mine, "You ever heard this song?" Nobody had ever heard it, so it was brilliant for you to pick it up. And thank you. Yeah, it's sort of like that's the only way I know how to do things anyway. One of these days, I want to ask Clapton. I said, "What is the deal with that song?" Because Jack Bruce isn't with us anymore. So.
Yeah, well, I knew you would like it because I mean those chords. I mean that's like I know you always you gravitate toward those chords, man. But yeah, just man, I can't thank you enough, for all your support over the years. You've been such a dear friend, just connecting me to so many people, man. And I'll never forget the first time I met you and we got to play Nuage together. Remember that?
Yeah, I had a little club for a while in Austin, and Jake came up, and it's that Django Reinhardt tune, that wonderful Django Reinhardt tune. That's how we know if he can play. You just throw that one at him and see how it goes, and Jake just goes.
Oh, so that was a test. That was a test.
Gypsy jazz, yeah. But folks, this is for all of us. I'm sure Michael will say the same thing, and John, etc., and Sonny. Playing with Jake is such a pleasure. We're all just music junkies. We love talent. We love unique talent, and of course, on the ukulele, Jake brought a whole nother world to the ukulele, which is, I think, why we all just love to hang with you and play.
Oh man, well, Thank you so much, Ray. I really appreciate your friendship over the years and everything. And you got the so that baritone right there. So that I picked, Ray was looking for a baritone, and that's a Kamaka baritone. And I actually found that at Dan's guitar shop in Honolulu. Someone had brought it in right around the time you were looking for one.
And I wrote a song on it, and Jake put the track on. That'll come out on my next album whenever we get it out. But it's such a great thing because the ukulele, I was watching a lot of old films, during the pandemic, a lot of old black and white films, and you'd see the scene in the 20s and the 30s where the guy has a ukulele and they're and he's serenading his girlfriend. That was a big deal, I guess, in the 20s and 30s. But that was just on, but a lot of diminished chords.
Oh yeah, I know. Diminished chords sound so good on the uke.
Oh, it's made for it. Like I say, it's the open one. But
yeah,
and also that's the other thing is when we were talking about the album, and I'm sure you'll get to the next one with the next guy we did, and it's like Jake is able to play any kind of music. So from Stardust to I know John and them did Day in the Life to the most from the most complicated to the simplest. The ukulele in Jake's hand is really magical.
thank you, Ray. Thank you so much, man. Thanks for saying those things. Well, I appreciate you so much, and thank you for being a part of this project, and thank you for making it happen, man. Van and I, yeah, we owe you a lot of lunches and dinners.
Well, yeah, I know we'll get a plate lunch there to your favorite place.
Yeah, okay. And we gotta get some coconuts open again.
Yeah, me and Jake, I thought a gringo like myself could teach a Hawaiian how to drink out of a coconut one day, and we did. We went down, got that coconut, and I said, "No, this is how you do it."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one thing. Yeah, one thing I did learn is don't spill that fresh coconut juice on your nice shirt because that thing stains and you can't get it out.
That's a song right there. That's a song.
Coconut on your new white shirt.
Yeah. Well, Ray, thank you so much for your friendship. Thanks for your time and for being here, man. And I look forward to seeing you again.
This happen, and thank you, Michael, for jumping in and doing it. And Willie, if you're watching here tonight, Willie, thank you.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, so grateful for you, man. Take care, and I'll see you soon. All right.
All right. Aloha.
All right. Aloha. Thanks, Ray. Oh, the great Ray Benson. Yeah, I owe so much to him, man, for helping to make this all, just a reality. So backstage we have the great Michael McDonald waiting. So let's see, Michael, are you there? Hey, what's up, Michael?
Hey,
can you hear me?
How are you? Jake, I can't hear you for some reason.
Oh no. Oh no, it was working earlier.
Yeah, I've been panicking here trying to get my audio back, but had you for a minute there.
It's weird because I actually can't hear you either right now, but I am I am hearing. Maybe Michael, if you don't mind, can you log off and maybe come back on?
No, sorry. I can't hear I'm deaf already at this age, but now I'm really deaf. Anything we can do to?
Yeah, let's see. Hey Jacob, let's while we're trying to figure out this technical issue, let's try go to Sunny. Let's see if we can bring Sunny on. Hey Sunny, can you hear me?
Hey.
Hey,
what's up, Jake?
The great Sunny Legend.
Brother.
Hey, thanks for standing by. Yeah, we're having trouble with Michael's connection, so I'm gonna see if maybe he can restart and we can try it again. But Um,
Yeah, I sure hope
uh,
so. The
yeah.
last time I saw Michael was the Kenny Loggins gig we did together. It's called Live in the Redwoods. So that's a long time ago. So I hope you get the audio going.
Yeah. So Michael, just if you're listening, just log off and log back on, and we'll come right back to you. Um, Sonny, I want to thank you so much for being a part of this record. You know, you've always been one of my biggest inspirations. I mean, I remember touring with you with Jimmy Buffett and the Core Reefers, and getting to do some things with you at Jazz Fest. And you're always just so inspiring. I love your playing. I can't say enough great things about your artistry, your tone, your phrasing, your writing. I mean, everything. So, such an honor to have you on this record.
Well, man, I appreciate you saying all that. I was going to tell you the same thing. So
Um,
you beat me to it. But yeah, it was really great of you to reach out. And I thought the fact that we had done all the work together already was kind of an extension of that. And I also relate to how you would come up with ideas and put them. I know I do it on my phone, and they're fragments, and I've got like hundreds of these things. And then you sent me a few of them, and the one that I picked, and then we finished in the studio. That's really how I normally work anyway. So since that worked out so well, I'm going to send you a bunch of mine, and you can finish them for me, and we can make another album together. I think I see some progress here.
Oh man, I love the song. I love the song that we got to write together and play together. And it's well, for those of you watching, the song is called "Sunny Days Ahead," and it's spelled sunny like SONNY. Because
And
it was
that was
with
a
Sunny Lander.
surprise.
Oh
Much,
man.
much appreciated.
Oh,
I
of
think it's
course.
the now I think about it, after whatever 55 years in the business or more, I don't think my name's ever been in a song before, so I had to wait a long
Really?
time for you to come along.
Oh man, it's an honor and a thrill. And actually, we do have the track. Let's play a little bit of it. Yeah, so don't go anywhere. Here's a little
Go.
bit of the track. Sunny Days Ahead. Wow, man, your guitar tone is just unbelievable. Oh
Uh-oh.
man. Oh no, no, wait, I got you. I got you. Yeah, your guitar tone is just unbelievable. The way
Well, I
you just
appreciate it,
play.
my friend. I and like everybody else will say on your album and many others around the world, you have completely changed the entire notion of and the concept of the ukulele. And I remember with Jimmy Buffett the first time we met, and we were playing with him and his great band, and I'm just hearing the sound. It was just beautiful. And so I think it's really cool that we were able to hook up, and I like the way that the sounds of each offset the other. Makes for really interesting, I think, blend. And we got into some fairly complicated, complex stuff in terms of the layers of sound, which I think makes it interesting.
Mm, yeah, definitely. Well, it was such an honor to play with you and to just to write with you, to hang with you, and I don't know, man. I hope we get the chance to play that song live together someday.
Oh yeah, we'll have to. That thing is, you got to come back. It's the only time a tour bus has ever been in the hood at the studio where we recorded. The neighbors are still talking about that. So, we what to do, more to accomplish.
Oh man. Well, Yeah, what this thank you again, man. It's such an honor, and to be able to make music with you, man, was such a dream come true. So yeah, we I hope we get to do it again very, very soon. But yeah, man, would love to hear whatever tracks you record, your demos on your phone, your ideas, because I'm sure they're just amazing. So yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Well,
do all
Sunny,
that, my friend.
yeah, well, Sunny, thank you so much, and thank you to Jimmy Buffett, man, for introducing us, and he's gonna be on a little bit later. So yeah, but we thank you.
Cool.
All right, man. Well, you
So
take
we'll
care,
hook
and
up again.
yeah, well, take care, and happy holidays, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving. All right.
You too, Jake. All the best to you and yours, and all the guests you have coming on tonight. Best to them
Uh,
all.
Thank you so much, Sunny. Take
Aloha.
care, man.
All right, man.
All right, aloha.
You too.
The great Sunny Landreth. Oh man, unbelievable. Let's see if we can get Michael McDonald back on. I think he may. Let's see if we'll see if he can't come back on, then we may not be able to. Oh, can you hear me, Michael?
I can.
Yeah.
Do I look like I've been going through hell and damnation here trying to
Yes.
get on? Good to see you, man. Aloha.
Aloha. Wow, it came through. It happened.
Oh,
Oh man. Well,
don't
Michael,
ask me
thank you.
how.
Oh man, Michael, it was such an honor to have you on this record too, man. I know we got to do stuff, in the past before working on this, but I just want everyone to know, everyone out there, that Michael McDonald is a stellar ukulele player,
Oh,
and he's actually playing. That's him playing the ukulele on the track, the
oh,
baritone, and it's amazing. I mean, he grooves like nobody else can groove
oh,
on the
please.
ukulele.
I tell everybody that this is a milestone record where the world's most terrible ukulele player is actually performing with the world's best ukulele player. And you can just guess who I'm talking about. But oh man, it was so much fun. I think working with you and Ray and Dave, the way we did, and just in that relaxed kind of state over there in Maui, and what a way to spend the day. It was just a dream come true for me.
Oh man, for me too. I mean, gosh. Well, we met. I just wanted to let everybody know that we met through Dave Cause, right? A mutual friend,
Yeah,
right? That was the first time on the cruise, and that was the first time we got to play together.
that's right. That's right. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a great cruise, and Dave is just a great guy. It's great
Yeah,
to work with him too.
yeah. He's been such a big brother to me, and really appreciate him so much. But Michael, I gotta tell you, man, because everyone that I've been talking with, they're just like, "How did you get Michael McDonald to sing on your record?" And I'm like, "I know, I have no idea." It's like, that's why I said in the beginning, this album should have been called, Jake and Dreams Come True or something, instead of
Oh
Friend.
yeah, I mean, I for me it was great fun, and like I say, going back to just I loved how we recorded it. Just like we would be sitting on the porch somewhere
Yeah.
playing ukuleles and singing songs that we must have recorded about 3 or 4 things, and they were all songs like that. Wonder if this would sound good on ukulele, and we just would kind of fall into those versions. And that's probably my favorite pastime these days is just sitting around with the ukulele and trying out songs that you wouldn't necessarily think would be for ukulele, but there's very few that you find that aren't. If you just find the right strumming pattern and the right chords.
Yeah, and especially with your voice. I mean, hearing your voice paired with that baritone uke is, oh
Uh,
my goodness, there's nothing else like it. It's unbelievable. Michael. Well,
well, man, you have put ukulele on the map again, so it's great fun to be able to do that with you.
thank you, man. Well, I got an audio clip of the song that we performed together. It was a Moody Blues tune called "Go Now," and you just sound incredible. So we're gonna play that real quick.
All
Okay,
right,
don't go
great.
anywhere.
All right.
Goodbye. If you wanna go, oh, you better You don't have to hear me cry.
Woo. Michael, that's so beautiful, man.
Oh, it was fun, man.
It just like rips your heart out, man. It's
That's a
unbelievable.
great old song for sure, too. I always love that song.
Yeah.
Funny, I thought that the Moody Blues were the original that they had written and done the song. And although they're the first record I remembered, that was actually done by an artist. It was a female artist, and it was much done in the style of like Etta James and one of those kind of records, early kind of R&B female records. And her husband wrote the song, produced the record, and that was the one hit they ever had. Yeah, the
Wow.
Moody Blues found the song. I guess it was popular in the UK, when they were kids.
Oh man, I've never heard. I think you mentioned that. I've never heard the original, and I need to go do my homework and listen to that one.
Yeah, her name was Betsy, and I can't remember her last name, but it was Betsy somebody, and probably would be easy to find if you just Google the song, and they'll give you all the different versions. But she was the original on that song. Great song.
Oh, it is, man, and your interpretation of that is just it's a tearjerker of a tune, man. It really is so heartfelt. I mean, everything you do, man. I remember every time I got to play something with you in the past. It's just, gosh, everything you do is with so much conviction, intention, heart, um, and then when you get off stage, you're just like the most humble, down to earth human being, and so thoughtful, so generous, and it's such an honor, man.
Well, same back at you, man. You're one of my favorite people. You know that, and it was fun to meet your mom on that cruise
Yeah,
and get to do some songs together, some Stevie Wonder songs of all things on ukulele.
yeah.
Uh,
She talks about that all the time. So yeah.
Sweet lady. Yeah.
Oh man. And oh, sorry, what was that, man? Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's right. I wanted to ask you. So you're back on tour, right?
I am, yeah, with the
Yeah,
Dubes. Yeah.
I know. How's that been?
Oh, it's been great fun. We've been friends for so many years, all of us, and in some ways, I think we got closer over the years when I wasn't in the band as much as we certainly were when I was in the band. We traveled the world together and spent most of our youth doing that. But our kids, were all born around the same time. So through our kids, we always pretty much stayed in touch with each other. And as you know, Pat lives on Maui, and
Mhm.
so when I was living there for a while, we were almost neighbors. It's kind of hard not to be a neighbor with anyone else on Maui. It's not that big of an island. But we always stayed close, and so to get this chance to get back on the road together has been a really wonderful experience for me, and we've had great fun. We've been out. The other guys in the band, all the guys in the band that make up the band on stage, are just wonderful players, and it's a real thrill to get on stage with those guys every night.
I mean, it must be, I mean, how has it been for you? I know we just started touring again, recently too. And I tell you, man, the first couple shows back, just just that connection with the audience. I mean, it was so emotional. Like I remember the first two shows back, I really got choked up and
Yeah.
teary.
Yeah, it is. It's like, you realize that all these people, as much as it's a collective kind of group of people that you've played to over the years, so many of them have been coming all these years, time and time again. And it's like you're all old friends. You can look out in the audience and you can almost pick out the people that you've seen their faces over the years, and you know that just by looking at them that they're the folks that have been kept the band going all these years and come out time and time again to see us. So as we get older, I think it makes playing those cities we've played time and time again all the more precious of an experience, because you do feel like you have some history with this place. You almost can sit up there and flash back to a lot of our show is really just that old photos and stuff, but you can almost flash back in your mind to all the times you've been to this city and played for this audience.
Wow, man. Well, that's so inspiring. I mean, hearing that from you and just all the great music that you've brought into the world, and just
Uh,
your virtuosic, unbelievable talent and gift. So I want to thank you so much for that. And hey, I don't know if you're going to be. I think, are you going to be on Maui in December?
I don't think December. There's a good chance we might be there after Christmas sometime, like in the first of the year.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. No, I was gonna tell you, man. We're doing a show on Maui at the
Oh,
Mac. I'm gonna tell you, man, come out and we'll we'll
oh,
play some more
what's the
now.
date on? Might just do
Uh,
that.
December 18th. We're playing at the Maui Arts and Cultural Center.
December 18th. Oh man, if I can make it, I will. I would love to see that.
Sounds great. Well, Michael, thank you. It's an honor. Thank you for making time, for this. I really appreciate it.
Thank you,
And
buddy. It's good to see you as always, and love to everybody.
all right, thank you. Be safe on tour, and we'll cross paths soon. Okay.
I hope so. Take care,
All
buddy.
right. Take
Bye-bye.
care. Aloha. All right. Well, that was Michael McDonald. Amazing. And gosh, he's so incredible. What a great human being too. One of the things before I bring on our next guest, I kind of wanted to go back because I was talking with Ray Benson in the beginning, and one thing I forgot to do was I had a clip I had a little audio clip of the song that we got to do together, which is an old Cream song called Wrapping Paper. So if we got it queued up, do you think we could play a little bit of Wrapping Paper?
Wrapping paper in the gutter, moving slowly as the wind on the sea. Faces calling, waves moving, in your picture on a wall of a house of old time. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Wandering sadly.
The great Ray Benson and members of Asleep at the Wheel singing an old song recorded by Cream, a real deep cut, because it was never released in the US, but song entitled Wrapping Paper. Just unbelievable. All right, so we have our next guest waiting backstage, and we actually recorded our track in Nashville. He's an amazing, amazing musician, wonderful human being. Please welcome to the stage Trevor of Moon Taxi. Trevor.
Hello, aloha. Aloha, Jake. What's going on?
Dude, great to see you again. Well, we just saw each other a few nights ago in Nashville.
It was unbelievable. We played Third and Lindsley. It was awesome. You had me sit in, and that was a wonderful time. So thank you so much for that.
Oh, thanks. Thank you, man. Well, first of all, I just want to say, thank you for being a part of this project. I mean, it has truly been, such a blessing. And I'm just so grateful, man. I'm so grateful that I got to meet you through this, and that Van, my manager, got to introduce us together, through Rachel Fletcher. I know she's watching. So Rachel, thank you for introducing me to Trevor.
Rachel, we love you. Rachel, she's the great connector of all, and she's a wonderful person. So if you're out there in the ether, Rachel, what's up?
Yeah, we're so lucky to have the opportunity to work with her. But yeah, Trevor, man, what the song, and I love when you tell this story. The song is called Too High. But before you talk about it, I have a little audio clip. Is it okay if I play it?
Perfect. That'd be great. Thank you.
All right, check this out.
But you don't ever have to hide what you really feel inside. So put 'em up too high. We can walk together with our hands up in the sky. So put 'em up tonight. We can come together. We won't give up on the fight. Oh, so put 'em up. Put 'em up too high.
Yes. Oh man, love the song, man. Can you tell people about a little bit about this piece, Too High? I mean, I know the story, but I love it when you tell
Yeah,
this.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So hello to everybody out there in the internet world. Aloha. We love you guys. We are. I'm a huge Jake fan. Even before I was asked to do this project, so I jumped at the opportunity to do it. So we wrote the song "Too High." I play in a rock band in Nashville called Moon Taxi, and we've been a band for over a decade. So much like Jake, we're kind of road warriors, and we just like to play music where that we jump at that opportunity. And we wrote Too High in 2017 after our keys player had an autocorrect iPhone mistake where I think he meant to say TOO high, but it came out TWO high. And that kind of inspired, he was telling me about this autocorrect, like kind of mishap. And when he said too high, it made me think of the peace sign, the universal sign of peace and love and coming together. And at that time in 2017 in the world, there was so much strife, just like there is now. So I was trying to think of it some like a rallying cry to come together. So we came up with the put 'em up too high, put your hands up in the sky. And it really resonated with people, and it took us around the world. That song, we got signed to a major label afterwards, and we got to tour Europe for the first time. So it was kind of amazing. And a few years after the song came out, you asked us to cut the song, and I mean, I just think that kind of speaks volumes about how it has a universal appeal. Because I think you have that universal appeal too, Jake. And the ukulele, it's something such a pure and simple instrument, but you can elevate it to that next level. And I think that there's a parallel to the idea of peace and love that's simple, but yet very, very complex. So I don't know. I was just thinking about that the other day, how how can we, compare peace to the ukulele? And it seems like it's such like a great parallel there.
Yeah. Well, you're a fantastic ukulele player, Trevor. I mean, I love playing with you.
Oh no.
Trevor's jamming on the uke on the track, and I think we share that love for the instrument. I think both of us, and we've talked about this before, how it just kind of seems, just I don't know if it's the sound of it or something about the ukulele that just kind of brings people together, makes people smile. I mean, how did you start playing the ukulele? What got you?
So I started playing guitar
Mhm.
at the ripe age. I think I was 15. I played trumpet in the band in like middle school, and then that transitioned to guitar. And then after I had, an understanding of chord formations on the guitar, the ukulele is, I mean, if you already know guitar, it's kind of an easy transition there. I guess if you do the newer tuning, right? Because the original tuning's not like the fifth fret of a guitar, correct?
Yeah, well, it has the high fourth string, right? The
Mm-hmm.
that reentrant tuning. That's the traditional. The my dog has fleas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So if you already know guitar, you can kind of at
Hmm.
least pick up a uke and play like three chords, which that's what you immediately want to do. You want to be able to play a song on ukulele, and Too High has four chords, so it's one off from that magic number of four chords in the truth.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, it's such a positive song. Your vibe, and I remember when you and Spencer came in. I mean, you guys just were so positive. You had, just so much. I don't know, just your spirit. I felt was so. It was just such a huge part of what the project was about, or just the feeling of
Mm.
everything, just this positivity, supporting each other, bringing people together, and like you said, with the ukulele, the whole idea of peace and all of that. It's beautiful, man. Having this song on the record, having you on the record is just I don't know. It's just part of this whole big dream, and I can't thank you enough for your support on it. So
Oh, thanks so much. I mean, I just listened to the Michael McDonald interview beforehand, and to like be in that company and in your company is an honor. So thank you for inviting us to play. And I just feel like, hopefully we can hang with the best of them. I mean, so for everybody out there, I got to play ukulele on stage with Jake, which is crazy. That's like, playing piano on stage with Beethoven or something like that. It was great.
Oh gosh. No.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. No. Well, thank you, Trevor. But yeah, no, but honestly, man, I just I hope we get to play again, because I know you guys are back in the studio and you're starting to tour again, right? Or you have been touring actually.
Yeah, we did a nice tour this fall, starting in August. So like most of the venues at first were outdoors, and I know you said you just started touring too, and it's kind of it's up and down depending on where you are in the country and where everybody's at. I mean, everyone's so starved for music though. Like once you get up there and play, you're overcome with emotion, and I heard you say that earlier, and I felt the same way. Like the first time we got back, not just not just be able to play in front of people again, but just to be able to be with my brothers and be with the people that I've grown up with, was really something special. So yeah, we started the tour in August, and I think we caught up a little bit. I was in New York last time we spoke, over the internet, and
Yeah.
that was a lot of fun. Where are you in the world right now?
We're in Virginia right now.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. No. Sorry. Sorry. We're in Pennsylvania tonight. I'm sorry. Tomorrow.
Oh,
Tomorrow we're in Virginia. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
gotcha.
Tonight I'm actually. It was actually we were supposed to have the night off tonight, but then I found out Billy Strings was playing tonight, and so he invited me to come out and play with him. So yeah. So we're in Pennsylvania. We're gonna do a show over here at this ice hockey. It's like an ice hockey stadium, and yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So we're actually gonna play
Oh,
the
that
song
sounds
that
fun.
we recorded on the album together as well tonight. So
Oh, great. Well, have fun there. That sounds fun.
yeah, well, I hope we get to do something again soon, and in Hawaii, which would be awesome.
That needs to happen.
Yeah.
Because I've never been, and you need to be my spirit guide for
Oh
the Big Island.
man. All right, we're gonna make that happen. I'm gonna talk to Van and Rachel. We're gonna make that happen. So
Please, please. I'm gonna hold you to that, Jake.
oh yeah, oh yeah. I will. We'll make it happen soon. So, well, Trevor, thank you so much, man. You and Spencer, and just thank you for all that you bring. Your not only your musicianship, man, but just your humility and just all the positive vibes, that you keep spreading. So thank you for that. It's an honor
Thanks,
to work
man.
with you. Honor to know you, man.
Yeah, honor to know you. Keep those vibes going on tour, and you guys be safe out there. And much love. Aloha, man.
All right, thanks, man. Take care. Right on, Trevor. Woo! All right, Trevor of Moon Taxi. He's just the nicest, sweetest human being as well, and that guy can sing. We did a show. We were talking about, in Nashville. He came out. I mean, and just brought down the house. I mean, his voice is just so powerful, and he just killed it. We did Too High, over at Third and Lindsley, and it was just incredible. So, thanks so much, Trevor. All right, so we have backstage waiting right now, Mr. Jesse Colin Young. Colin Young. Oh,
Hey, Jake. How you?
what's up, man?
Yeah.
Where are you right now?
At home in South Carolina.
Okay, so you're back in South Carolina.
Yep.
Man.
Yep. Down here, we just actually took our first trip to the West Coast, since COVID started. We haven't seen our kids out there. So Connie and I went out, and that was great. And went to Point Reyes and then down to LA with Jazzy. And we got a new member of the family. Maybe I'll show that to you.
Oh, congratulations,
It's a,
man.
it's a furry member, though.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, congratulations anyway.
Yeah. Oh,
that
man.
deserves a big
He's a
congratulations.
beauty. His name is Shaka.
Shock. I love it. That's right, because we were talking about that because I told you we just got a furry member in a new furry
That's right.
member in our family as well. Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, well, you know, Jesse, I just want to say thank you for making the time to be on this record, man, with me, especially even during the, we got to actually record this during lockdown, right? During the
Yeah.
pandemic, and it was so it was so special to be in the studio with you, and I know to be recording with you because at that time, none of us were really seeing anyone or making contact with anyone, outside of our families and all that. So being able to sit with you in the studio and record this song, get together was just, it was so emotional. I mean, it really was.
I'm so glad that we were there on the farm in Kona when we found out this was going to happen. You know, the fall before that, when Ryan Romanesco called you up and said, Jesse wants to come and get together, you want to do it as an encore in your show. You were playing the Birchmere.
The Birchmere.
I first heard you in Kona Town at Borders and Books when you had released an album a ways back. And I've been a fan ever since, but we never met. And all that fall, I was thinking, I went and did it with the Steep Canyon Rangers and
Right.
And with Taj Mahal down in Mississippi on John Hurt's. I just when I heard your name, you were playing the Birchmere where I used to play, and we were in DC doing some promotion, and I just thought, hey, see if Jakes wants me to come and we'll play Get Together. And it was magic.
It was you could hear a pin drop. I mean, it was just when you got up there, I mean, everyone went crazy. They were like, no one could believe you were there. And when we started the song, I just remember like everyone, you could just tell everyone was just like transported back in time. And then when we got to the chorus and we had everyone sing along, and everyone in the Birchmere was singing along. Oh, it was such a beautiful moment, and it was so touching. I mean, it's those, I think you've mentioned to me, those moments and how precious they are and how important they are, and just the power of music. And for you, the message of this song, how it's so important to you, and it's important to me. And I think that it's the message that we all need to hear right now.
Yeah. I've loved it since I was a very young man, and it has been. Love is but a song we sing, fear's the way we die. I mean, the first two lines, wow. When I first heard it, I fell in love with it, and I knew that it would be like a guiding light in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, Jesse, I have an audio clip of our recording together from the album, so I'm gonna play that right now so everyone can hear a little bit of it. So here's our duet.
Come on, people, now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. Right now. Come on, people, now, smile on each other. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now.
Man, what a message and a legacy to leave, leave to the world, man. This is.
Yes, and what a beautiful job. That was a good day. I mean, I can hear a lot of joy in my voice, and you're playing that coming together when we came over to Honolulu and did that in that little studio. Wonderful. like a home for you.
Yeah, it was a Studio Ala Moana with Michael Grande over there, long time friend of mine, and just such a talented uh, engineer and human being, man. He's just such a great guy.
So it was such a wonderful surprise. We were doing the same thing. We were on the farm. This was just the beginning. We hadn't had lockdown in South Carolina yet. And so we were just wrapping up our time there, but staying very much just to ourselves. And coming over to play with you was the highlight of the trip.
Oh, man.
When we came home, we came home right into lockdown.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've been such a prolific songwriter, so influential to so many musicians. Are you back in the studio? Are you recording some new stuff or?
Yes, I am. I'm working on a volume 2 of mostly solo stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I released one a couple of years ago.
Mhm.
And it was fun for me. I started playing solo just on, I remember the first night of lockdown, I said to Connie, well, we're not going out to dinner. So what are we going to do? And she said, this feels kind of weird. Why don't you get your guitar and play something funny and fun, like Sugar Babe or something, and I'll make a little video and we'll stick it up on Facebook, and maybe it'll make us all feel a little less weird. And so we started doing that every other night for the next 2.5 months. And after not playing solo for so many years, playing with mostly in bands, I got back to it. And at the end of that, I went and started recording. My manager suggested, why don't you make a solo album here, up to speed? Yeah, but playing with you, man. In Clemson, it was beautiful. I got to sit and listen to the whole first part of your set, sitting right backstage, best seats in the house. And you bring that same sacredness that I feel to your music, to every note. You remind me of Yo-Yo Ma. Every note. You mean it, and it comes from love. And yes, that's what I got out of that, listening to you play for that 45 minutes before I came out and joined you.
Oh, man. Thank you for those words. Thank you. And yeah, I look forward to you coming back to Hawaii sometime so we can just hang out and play some music and catch up and just really.
I would
really.
love to. We'll probably come next year. I don't know when exactly. We were hoping to bring Shaka, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, he should come. But the tests and stuff you have to do to bring him into Hawaii.
Yeah,
He's a little young to have had both his rabies shots, so maybe it won't be till the late spring or something. Mainland.
Yeah. Oh, well, Jesse, thank you so much. You take care. Give my best to Connie, and thank you for all your love and support, and thank you for being a part of this project.
Oh yeah, my pleasure, man. It's a beautiful record.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
All right. Take care and be safe.
All right, brother.
We'll see you soon. Aloha. Whoo, Jesse Colin Young from the Young Bloods. Wow, and he's such an amazing human being, and just all right. Well, backstage right now we have the legendary John Anderson, lead singer of Yes, one of my all-time favorite bands and singers. I remember when I was younger, he did a record with Kitaro, and that was like my buddies and I would listen to that album over and over. His voice, I never in my wildest dreams ever thought that I would hear his iconic voice singing with an ukulele. And here he is backstage right now. Please welcome John Anderson.
Hey, hey, hey! How we doing?
It's unbelievable to see you and to just I cannot believe that we recorded a song together.
Oh, it's wonderful for me too, and all the people you've had on this show, amazing people. And then when Michael started singing, oh my God, oh, Michael McDonald, when he starts singing, it's like another world.
Oh, well, everyone says the same thing about you as well. You, and I want everyone to know, because this like totally shocked me. You are a great uke player too. I mean, I didn't know you played the ukulele.
So much, a little tiny bit, but I go on tour like a lot of people were saying. They go on solo tour, like they said, and we're gonna play guitar. I don't play guitar that well, and I have a little ukulele that I got in Kauai, so 30 years ago. And I thought I'll take it on tour and I'll write a song, a couple which I did, but then I thought, why don't I do A Day in the Life by the Beatles on ukulele, just to get everybody singing it, in the crowd. And it actually worked. So when I was introduced to you, because I know all about your work and everything, I was amazed at some of the times I've seen you perform. It's just kind of amazing. What's he up to, doing a Led Zeppelin thing or something like that? It's like unbelievable. And so the first thing I said to you was like, well, let's do Day in the Life, because at least I know that one. Oh man, it was beautiful. And you played it beautifully. It's like, oh, just right.
Oh no, thank you. It was, man, I tell you, it was gosh, as a fan of the ukulele, because I mean I've always been a fan of the ukulele first.
Sure.
So as a fan of the uke, to be able to have in existence a track with your voice paired with the sound of the ukulele, it's mind-blowing. And then on top of that, you're singing one of the most iconic Beatles songs.
Incredible. It worked, as long as it worked, it was, that was how it made me so happy. Because actually, as a kid, the ukulele was played by a very famous guy in England called George Formby.
Yes.
And he wrote songs like wonderful songs. And of course, George Harrison was a big fan of George Formby. He was part of his fan club, So when I started playing the uke, and I just got it in, as I said, I got it in Kauai, and I spent about a month there with my wife Jane, and I kept writing, so I couldn't stop writing songs because it's a natural gift, little guy, and it's so beautiful, and it's such a gift instrument. And then I heard you and saw you play. It's like, oh my God, that's beautiful work. Beautiful work.
Thank you so much. I have a clip queued up of A Day in the Life, what we recorded together. So I'm gonna play it so everyone can hear a little bit of it. But check this out. This is just amazing.
Woke up, fell out of bed, dragged a comb across my head. On my way downstairs and drank a cup. Looking up, I noticed I was late. Grabbed my coat and grabbed my hat, made the bus in seconds flat. Found my way upstairs and I had smoke. Somebody spoke and I went into a dream.
I don't want it to stop.
It is such an honor to be on this album with you and all these remarkable musicians. I feel like, wow, let's do a show. Let's do a
Yes.
show. Go on the road together. That'd be crazy.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I want to tell everyone this story that's listening, because so when I how many, because when you first did your track, you did the one track of vocal, and it was amazing. But then you were like, no, I'm gonna I have these other ideas. And then you added how many vocal tracks did you add on there?
Probably about 10. You get into it,
It's-
you know, you can't stop. You know, you start doing harmonies and lyric lines, you know, trying to sound like an orchestra.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I mean, I mean, you just created, I mean, because all like the ahs and the, even like the like those
Oh yeah,
breathy things that you do. I mean, it's an orchestra of
yeah,
sound,
yeah.
and it's so brilliant, and you added this percussion
Yep.
and but it was when you did that, it just took it to a whole different, a whole, it elevated the entire song, just a whole nother
Yeah,
level.
and I know I threw something in at the end. The last verse, he sings about uh, uh, the 1,000 holes in Blackburn, Lancashire.
Hmm.
You know, and right at the end, you can hear me go hee hee, which is
Yeah.
what George Formby used to do a lot. That was his big thing.
That's, yeah,
It was
but
great. By the way, it was really great seeing you in concert near where we live. And one of the wonderful things about the concert, one of the most extraordinary things, not only was it so musically wonderful on so many levels, but at the very end, you started playing a song and the whole audience started singing it with you. What was the song?
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, there you go. They sounded like a damn big choir. There's about 1,000 people singing it really big, you know. I thought that was seriously good, you know.
Oh man. Oh, thank you. Gosh, I wanted to ask you, because I know you said you've been writing a lot. The last time I talked to you, you said you've been just recording things
Yeah,
nonstop, right?
yeah.
Are you going to be releasing something soon?
Well, I've got this crazy idea. It's coming out probably this Christmas. I wrote this piece of music that lasts quite a long time. It's actually 77 minutes long, and I've just become 77. So I feel there's some connection there, but I don't want to put it out all at once. I'm going to put it out in little 3-minute bites and create a puzzle for fans, But we'll see what happens with that. But like all these wonderful people we've been on your show today, they make music all the time. We all make music all the time. It's our nature. And we all feel, I think, like everyone, I feel so blessed to do this project with you, and to still want to do really good stuff and great music.
Mm.
Makes
Well,
the world go round.
yeah, it truly does. And you just bring so much joy, man, to
Thank you.
all of us. And you're just so incredible. I mean, I don't know if you heard what I said earlier, but on top of all your, on top of all your work with Yes and all of that, I also enjoyed your collaboration when you collaborate with Kitaro and all
Yeah.
that, Lady of Dreams, and oh my goodness.
Yeah, we
Your
went on
voice.
tour. We went on tour together as well. Sweetest guy,
I wish I could have been a fly on the wall, man, in the studio when you guys were laying all that stuff down.
Oh, it was good
Yeah.
fun. Good fun. But thank you for inviting me to be involved with a beautiful album. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Such an honor. But well, John, thank you. Hey, and on December 1st, I'm gonna be in San Luis Obispo. I don't know
Yeah.
if you're gonna be around.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. Well, we'll just
Well,
have to come and see you.
we'll be playing if you want to bring your uke, and we can jam some songs together.
No. But I'll come on and sing for you if you want. But no.
Oh, that would be
No.
awesome.
Oops.
Oh,
Putting it
thank you.
there. But I'll
Oh,
see
well,
you. I'll see you the 1st of December.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, I'll be in touch then. That would be great. If if you just happen to be in town out
Hey, it's around the corner.
there.
Oh
All
boy.
right. Well, John, thank you so much. Such an honor. Thank you for making time tonight, and we'll see you
Thank
soon.
you. Thank
All
you.
right. Aloha.
Aloha. Aloha.
Ah, the legendary John Anderson. Amazing. Oh, well, we have one more incredible artist that he couldn't be on live today, so we actually did our interview a little bit earlier, and so we're gonna play that interview. But this artist has really been so instrumental, and he was so supportive and continues to be so supportive. When I first started playing solo and touring, he brought me out on the road with him, and took me and introduced me to all these incredible musicians. I mean, most of the musicians on this record, he introduced me to, and he's just so incredible. um but it was Jimmy Buffett and the Core Reefer Band. And I want to tell you this quick story before we go to the clip. So when Jimmy was doing his show in Hawaii, this was back in, I want to say, 2005. This was right around, yeah, I think it was 2005. It was his Salty Piece of Land tour, and I was doing a little live radio interview in-store thing at Locomotion in Waikiki. And so he happened to walk into the shop, saw that I was going to be playing there, and he wrote a little note on the back of a Whalers flyer. And he said, "Hey, Jake, this is Jake. This is Jimmy Buffett. I'm playing a show in town. Would love to invite you to come out." Right. And he left the number. And when I got to the in-store for the live, they said, "Hey, Jake, Jimmy Buffett was in here and left this note for you." I was like, "No way! Come on, you're pulling my leg, right?" But it was true. I called the number, and they invited me to the show. Not just inviting me to the show, but had me sit in. Henry Capone was there as well, and so I got to jump on stage with them, and we did all the iconic Jimmy Buffett songs as well as Dukes on Sunday, and it was just amazing. And after the show, he turned to me and he said, "Did you have fun?" I said, "Yeah." And he said, "You want to come out on the road with us?" And I said, "Really?" So again, and he's just been someone who just kind of took me under his wing, and he's incredible. So we're gonna cut to that interview right now. But the song that we did on the record is one of my favorite Jimmy Buffett songs. It's "Come Monday." And before we cut to the interview, I'd like to play a part of the track that we recorded together. So this is Jimmy Buffett with Mac McAnally on guitar and background vocals, and it really reminded me of the acoustic sessions that we used to do, where it was just Jimmy, Mac, and I, or Jimmy, Mac, and Robert Greenwich and myself. We would just strip it down to just the acoustic instruments, and we would play "Come Monday," and that's what this track kind of represents. So we're gonna cut to the clip and then cut to the interview with Jimmy.
I wanna see Waikiki once again, and come Monday it'll be alright. Come Monday I'll be holding you tight. I spent 4 lonely days in a brown LA haze. I just want you back by my side. I spent 4 lonely days in a brown LA haze. I just want you back by my side.
Jimmy, it's so great to see you. Thank you for taking the time to just talk story with me for a little bit.
Well, you bet. I mean, I knew you were on the road running around, so I'm so glad to catch up with you this way. This is cool.
Well, first of all, I just want to say, the new collaborative record, the Jake and Friends record, just came out on November 12th, and I just wanted to thank you so much for taking the time to do that track with me, because I've told you this many times, Come Monday has always been one of my favorites, and one of my favorite parts
Oh,
of the show playing with you was when we would do that. So thank you for making that so special.
oh, well, that's great. I'm just glad to see you. I mean, it was kind of fun. I love that record. You have a lot of friends on this record.
Yeah. Well, a lot of them are because of you. You introduced me to like half the people on the record. So.
Well, I thought they needed to meet you.
Oh man, no, but you know, you've always been, since the beginning of my touring career and my music career. I mean, you've always been so generous, so supportive. I mean, you took me on the road with you back from what, 2005. I remember it was the Salty Piece of Land tour.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I've ever played on a stage in front of that many people.
Well, I tell you what, I think that we have to give credit where credit's due here, because I remember very vividly that it was Russ Titleman who told me about you. And I was in Honolulu working, and he said, you have to go see this kid. And, you know, you were like 3 years old then. So, and I was 50. So, but I did. And I remember very vividly. And I went to see you play right down in the, I guess it was, you know, where the big clock is in Honolulu, where that little, you were in a little club down there. Where was that?
The Aloha Tower. It was the Aloha Tower.
The Aloha Tower.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I went to see you there, and then that was kind of the beginning. But it was a very funny story, because I remember very well that I wanted to see you. I went to the show, but then you were doing a in-store, and I went to the in-store, and I couldn't get into the in-store because it was a private show, right?
Yeah. And you left, and you left a note for, remember
I left you a note. Yeah. And what did it say?
It's it. So I didn't know. And so when I arrived there, the manager of the in-store, you know, told me that, hey, Jimmy Buffett was in here looking for you, and he left this note for you. And I thought they were just pulling a prank on me. There's no way Jimmy Buffett knows who I am. But I remember, you know, you left the number to call you, and you were doing a show at the Waikiki Shell. Yeah. And you invited me, and you were so generous. I'll never forget, you know, when I showed up, you gave me a big hug, and you said, hey, you know, yeah, we want you to sit in on a few songs. And I was just absolutely blown away. I was mesmerized. My whole family was just, they couldn't believe it. So, you know.
Well, I mean, I just love your amazing ability. I always look at performers, you know, and I look at people that can play and people that can sing, but people that can perform. And I just think the wonderful thing that I remember initially was the fact that the way you communicated with your audience with just that ukulele and you there was just an amazing thing to me, because I know how hard that stuff is. And not everybody can do it. And particularly you did it without singing. And I went, wow, this, you know, but you connected it. It always says it goes in the heart, not in the ears. And I thought that was really, really evident when I first saw you the first time. And, you know, and we've been friends ever since. So I just thought, well, let's call Jake, you know, he's easy. He's got a little ukulele. He doesn't sing. Get him in the band.
That's right, man. Oh my goodness.
But I'm just happy for all of your success. I really am.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean, you know, I owe so much to you. I mean, all the projects that you've included me on, that you've done, you know, I mean, you took me all over the world, all over Europe. I mean, we went to Singapore, we went to Anguilla. I mean, my goodness, you know, places I never would have gone before on my own, and haven't been back since. So, you know.
Well, I know that, you know, there's one place we got to go, because I don't know if you remember, I told you this story, but I was coming back from Australia, and I was in Tahiti surfing, and then, you know, I had connected up there many years ago because I had some ancestral stuff in the South Pacific that I knew about. So I went chasing that, and it actually turned out to be true. But I remember because I went to Papeete, and I was talking to some friends of mine, and they had seen probably a show or had heard about us being together. And these guys said, you know Jake Shimabukuro? And I went, yeah. He said, well, you have to get him here to Papeete. I went, well, I'm not his manager or anything. He said, no, but you know him. He said, because there's this great thing that happens there. Every morning in Papeete, all the cab drivers in Papeete, they kind of assemble for their coffee downtown. And there's like, 50 or 60 of them that they start their day there and having coffee in some little place in the middle of Papeete with their ukuleles. So playing along with each other before they go to work. And they all said, well, this guy said, that guy Jimmy Buffett knows Jake, and you have to get him down here to the taxi cab thing. I said, so we have one gig left to play. We'll play many more, but we have to play that one.
Oh, I'm down. Let's go. I've never been, man. So,
but we were talking about it once because you were in Japan. I think I was in Australia, and the time we went to Australia when we did you were at the Byron Bay Festival, like
Byron Bay Blues,
yeah. And then when we came down that way, and we were talking about at some point coming back and going through there to do it, but there's still a few more places we ought to saddle up and go to.
Oh man, I'll go anywhere with you, man. It's been
I think also one of the best moments that I've seen on stage with you involved with us when we were in Paris. No, we were in Europe on tour, and we started in Dublin, and we went. It was the Olympia in Dublin, and I mean I'd heard you do I'd heard you do Bohemian Rhapsody many times before, but there was something about that, and I thought, man, when we go here and then we're going to London, when they hear Jake do this in London, and we were at the Palladium in London, they're going to go crazy. But Ireland went crazy first.
Yeah.
And it was like, you went out there again, solo on stage, just playing Bohemian Rhapsody. They started singing it. I mean, you see it, everybody. That was one I get chicken skin right now thinking about it. And it's one of I'll go back and look at that video because, they did it in London too, but it was just like there was a level of euphoric happiness in that little theater in Ireland when you played that. And they just sang to the top of their voices without the spontaneity of that was just amazing to me, what you did there. I love that.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'll never
one of my
forget
great
that
Jake
too.
moments. Okay.
Yeah, like the hairs on the back of my neck like stood up. I mean, it was just such a beautiful experience. Yeah, I'll never forget that either. Yeah.
Well, I couldn't stand it either because I got on stage and started singing with you. If you remember that, I mean, I couldn't help myself. I went out there and started the end.
Oh man. Oh, so, well, yeah. Jimmy, it's so every time I see you, I mean, you just I just thank you truly for everything, man. You've always just been so supportive. You've helped me in so many ways. I mean, introduced me to so many great people. And, I just really can't thank you enough.
Well, I think that I was where you were at one point in my career. There are people that really helped me along. And I think that is as a performing artist that again knows, the trials and tribulations of getting on the stage and actually performing for people and making that connection. It's one of the incredible gifts I think that we're lucky to have. And when you find somebody that has that connection, and you want to help, I think back to the people that helped me. To me, I remember very early on. I mean, I was touring like you're touring, and it happened one day that this was probably back in the early 70s, and we I got this note from my promoter, and we were playing in Columbia, South Carolina, and said, the Eagles are coming to Columbia, South Carolina, and you can open the show. And I went, and I went, oh my God. So I said, I mean, I was such a fan of the Eagles at that time. And we opened the show. And before we opened, in the dressing room walks Glenn Fry and Don Henley. First time I'd ever met them. Could not have been nicer. Said to me, that song, A Power Looks at 40, that's one of the best songs that I think I've ever heard. And I went, well, thanks. You've written a few yourself. They said, anything you need from us, anything you want, you got. And they were like at the epitome of their career. And then, we cut forward to the fact we became friends, and then and connected up together. And eventually Irving Azoff became my manager. But in those early days, the next thing was they called me again, and it was the Hotel California album was being released. And because they had been the same place I had been before, and people had helped them out, and then they passed that on to me. And I wound up opening the Hotel California tour. And that was the break that took me from where the level I was at to ascending up a little higher. And they're still great friends of mine. And I never forgot that. And the fact that it is that you kind of, I believe, have a responsibility to help other people along the way up. And so when I saw you play that little show, at the Aloha Tower, I knew then, I said, this is a unique talent. And then you turned out to be this really cool and nice guy. And so I thought, yeah, the universe is telling me this is the guy you go help out. So I'm glad to have done it. And we're not done here, Jake. I got other things for you.
Oh man.
So how's the tour going out there?
Yeah, everything's going great. I mean, it just feels so good to be playing in front of a live audience again. And man, those first couple of shows back were emotional. I mean, just hearing the just the feedback from the audience, I got all choked up, man, those first couple of shows.
I tell you, when I've been talking to people about that, and then, again, if you don't understand of doing this, I mean, I did a show last night, which was a private show, but for a lot of people, there were parrot heads there. But again, that level of euphoria has been there since the beginning of getting back. When we started back, it was like a compression of my whole career into about 2 months, because the first time we could get back after we got vaccinated, it was the old guys in the band. It was your friend Mac and Mike Utley and Robert Greenwich and me and Eric Darkin. But it was just me and Utley and Robert in Los Angeles. And we were going to the belly up, and we could play to 40 people, 4 people to a table, and 10 tables. And that's how we started back. And when we went there and did it, we had to go to Utley's to rehearse before, and we were in his house in Venice. Robert had one pan, I had my guitar, Mike sitting at his grand piano in his living room. We just started to play, and we all looked at each other and just broke down crying.
Wow. Oh.
It was like we hadn't seen it. That's my other family, but we hadn't played music together, and we just sat there and we were, hey, how you doing? What you doing? And we started playing. And everybody just went, oh, and you couldn't help it. It was just a natural emotion. And then from that, it happened the first 10, 40 people we played to. We got on that stage, and we were so far ahead of them. Like, we had launched, like, if you're a rocket ship, we'd launched and we were going about 800 miles an hour, and they're sitting there like, we didn't really know what was going to happen. They definitely didn't know what was going to happen. So I had to kind of be the camp counselor, and I had to stop the song. I said, okay. And I had to be like the camp guy and say, okay, so here's what's happening here. The mask thing, you're in here, and you can dance, but don't get on the table. And there are tiles, put 6 tiles between you. And so I had to kind of be the camp counselor, tell them what they could and could not do. And then from that point, working forward and increasing the size, but staying safe and doing protocol. we managed to go from there back to 25,000 people in Boston, 2 months later with nobody getting sick. So it was, but that level of euphoric kind of expression by people. I mean, I've been to your shows and I know how much fun people have and how delightful they are to be listening to you. And I know how much fun we think that we bring to people out there, but it's a level that you can't really understand it until you see it happen. Mm-hmm. Like I was in New York last week and I went to a couple of plays that I wanted to go see, and a couple of musicals, a couple of serious plays. But again, that level of appreciation for just being there, it's an amazing thing that in the beginning of that whole pandemic thing, I said, this is the first time in the history of the planet Earth that fun was shut down on the entire planet. And that little thin layer of fun, that little thin layer to me of being able to sing and with people and have people sing with you, to perform and to play music is what keeps us from going completely nuts.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more. Yeah.
And you do it very well, my friend.
Thank you.
So where do you go from here? I mean, the album's out now, so you're just staying out on the road?
Yeah, so we're kind of doing a little holiday tour right now. So we're doing some holiday songs and some songs off the new record, and but yeah, so it's actually we're getting ready. Next week I think we head to the West Coast. We're finishing up on the East Coast now, so
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're back to the West Coast next week?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, maybe so the holidays are coming, and so you're doing holiday songs too? What are your Christmas
I got
songs?
some holiday songs. I love the way the version that I got to do with you on Mele Kalikimaka on your Christmas record.
I love it too.
So much
one of my favorite ones. Yeah,
I love when you do it live. When you do it live, that's the best, man. You get.
I love that. Yeah,
everyone.
I love that song, and you know now you're in a bit of trouble because now I have been practicing my uke and in the real ukulele way of chording here, so
I know. I heard.
I'm working on Mele Kalikimaka. There's a duet in your future.
Okay. with taxi cab drivers in Tahiti.
Yeah, that's it. Oh wait, I gotta show you. So let's see. I got it right here. I just happen to have this right here. Looky here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
That's it. Mele Kalikimaka is the wise way on right Hawaiian Christmas Day. Day. That's the vibe I'm reading.
I got my Christmas cheer. My Christmas cheer.
Oh my God, that's the worst looking Christmas thing I've ever. Lack of cheer. Disturbing.
Oh my God.
Where'd you get that?
I bought it at I think it was like a Target or something. I saw it. I was like, oh, that's the perfect Christmas sweater.
Okay, I don't know. Let me know how that goes out there.
Yeah, that sounds great, Jeremy. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for our duet.
Yeah, we got to do it. All right.
Oh man.
Well, great.
Well,
I wish you the best, and thanks for doing Come Monday on there. We're not done here.
Thank you. Yeah, the track is just beautiful. But Jimmy, thank you so much for everything, and wish you all the best. I hope to see you in person soon, and looking forward to more things together in the future for sure.
Well, I can tell you that. So I know that you're on the bus. I can see your clothes hanging up behind you. So and your pillow and things. I know that one well. I couldn't
close the door because there's a mirror behind it. So,
yeah, well, I know. Well, you got it there. See all oh, you will. Yeah, well, there you go. See, but I'm looking at your wardrobe and your pillows. I know where you are. All right.
All right.
Well,
thank you,
always
Jimmy.
a pleasure, Jake, and congratulations and good luck with the album. And of course, we will be playing it on Radio Margaritaville over the Christmas holidays. All
Thank you
right.
very much, and you have a great vacation when you fly out for Thanksgiving. So
I know it. I got to say, I got a birthday coming up, a big one too. So
yes, that's
yeah,
right.
you can look it up on the internet. I'm not saying it on this TV show or this radio
Oh,
show, whatever
I
the
know
hell we're
when your
doing here.
birthday is.
You know what when it is too.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
remember, you can wear that shirt on my birthday.
All right. Well, thank you, Jimmy. You take care and be safe. And
All
please
right,
give my
Jake.
best
All
to,
the best to you.
rest of the crew.
Okay.
All
Love the
right. Aloha.
family, everybody. Aloha.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was such a fun interview with Jimmy. Jimmy, thank you for doing that. And oh well, I guess that's the end here. I want to thank everyone for logging on and just just tuning in to hear us talk a little bit about music and just life in general. So want to thank you for your support. I just want to thank all the musicians for coming on and making time to do this. And yeah, everyone just be safe out there and looking forward to seeing you all soon. I'm actually one of the other artists on this Friends record is Billy Strings, who I'm a huge fan of. He's a great musician, guitar player, and we got to write a song together called Smoking Strings, and we're actually going to play that tonight. I'm going to play that with him. We're actually backstage, and I'm going to get ready. I got my Billy Strings t-shirt. Yep. And I'm going to go on and play the second half with him and his band out here in Pennsylvania. So thank you so much for your support. Take care. And if you get a chance to hear the new album, I hope you enjoy it. But thanks for the support. Aloha, and want to say have a happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays to all of you. All right, take care. I'm Jake Shimabukuro. Aloha.